What's up? This is Derek Vincent Smith, aka Pretty Lights. You're watching Berlin Music TV at Melt Festival 2014.
Berlin Music TV berichtet immer noch vom Melt Festival 2014 und jetzt mein Interviewpartner Pretty Lights. Hello.
What's up?
What's up? So we're at Melt Festival right now. So what did you know before about this kind of festival?
I had no clue.
All right.
I had no idea about it. The first I heard really was the first I saw about how beautiful the place was when my crew came here last night to program the lights and get everything ready. They sent me a bunch of pictures, and so I decided to come early with my camera, and I've been, you know, just walking around filming all types of pretty lights.
All right. So your last record is a Calla Map of the Sun.
Yes.
So for this record you actually worked with a lot of musicians together to make your own sample collection. What was also different to this album as the others before?
Well, I mean, it was working with musicians and it was creating my own sample collection, but what really set it apart was the way in which I did that. You know, it's like...
You traveled around?
I traveled around, and I was very idealistic about the gear that I worked with, so it was all very old, very, you know, vintage, like real gear from the time period that I was trying to emulate and make my own original style. So everything that I recorded, then I pressed to vinyl. So I wasn't just making a sample collection, I was making a record collection that I could then actually sample off of my own wax. And that's what made it so in-depth and such a long, laborious process. And but I think it paid off because it's a different kind of sound that you get from it. You know, it's like you can't just plug a guitar into your computer and play a lick and have it sound like a guitar you pull off a 45 in the back of a dusty record shop from, you know, some old off label in the Motown days, you know. So anyway.
And all of your music is available as a free download on the internet, so on your homepage. So what's the idea behind it?
Well, the idea initially was to just get my music out there to as many people as possible. And
you had the point already that you decided, I just want to live for the music. So yeah, how did you finance this?
Well, through live performances. And at this point, I have to continue touring to bring in an income stream that allows me to continue making records, because I finance my own records and I give the music away for free. But, you know, there's sort of a phenomenon that occurred that most people wouldn't think, which is when my music reached a certain point, people talked about the quality of the music more than the fact that it was free. The fact that it's good, it spreads faster than the fact that it's free. So that means I still sell records. You know, it's like people who can buy the record and do buy records.
So they can buy the record.
Yeah. It's also for sale as a physical product. You know, you can buy my last record on vinyl or on CD.
So that's what would be my next question. What about the vinyls? Yeah.
So I mean, I did a very special limited edition vinyl printing for this record that hit #1 on the vinyl charts in the U.S. But you know, it was a limited edition, so the next week it was not #1. But you know, I knocked Daft Punk down to #2 for 1 week at least, and yeah. So I try to make it just. It's not all about it being free. It's about it being accessible to everyone.
So, and is it now more important for you to play live so you can finance yourself, or how did you get the money in your label or in your?
Yeah, I mean, it is about playing live, and it's about taking the money that I do earn when I play live and putting it back into the music. If I kept that money and spent it on Cristal and you know, all kinds of fancy cars or something, then my music would suffer. So I take the money and reinvest it back in, like any successful business would, you know. So that's why I'm not going to make any money on this European tour because I've taken all the money and I put it into the production of my show. So I have a bigger, better show. So the next time I come back, people want to come to the show again. You know, I just want to put on the best show that I can. And yeah, I guess I've been able to maintain and keep momentum so far. So it's working.
Yeah, it's a smart business model. So
yeah, I think so.
What do you think about these two words, hip hop and techno? You like it to collide them all together. So, do you think it will be the same in future? So it will be the same.
I mean, I think that like with everything, you know, like with culture and like with language and fashion, like everything is combining and multiplying and being influenced by other perspectives and ideas. And yeah, I mean, I think that it will continue to grow and until it becomes something completely new and something completely different. You know, it's like, you know, to me, techno is a specific form of EDM, or all the terms are so relative, but I try to make electronic hip hop where it's very based in the traditional roots of hip hop, but has cutting edge sounds that you might hear in techno or in EDM tracks or dubstep or trap or whatever. And yeah, you know, I've stopped sampling. I'm making my own records, and now I see a lot of ways forward. So I can't tell you where this genre or where I'm going to be in 5 years, but I can tell you that it's going to be dope and it's going to be new.
You found your own label. So what kind of points the artists need to do to have to
be on Pretty Lights Music?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I started PLM, the record label, because I had so many friends that were extremely talented producers, and I wanted to help them, and I figured if I could vouch for this music to my fans, that they would like it and appreciate it, and it worked. You know, every artist I signed was able to quit their real job and start touring in under a couple weeks. You know, so at this point, since I've signed most of my friends, the artists that I look for are just people that have the same approach to class, originality, and freshness, you know, swag. So if I hear an artist like that who's not already signed, you know, I'm going to be hollering.
Where do you get your influences?
Everywhere, you know, from good music, whether it be the Wu-Tang Clan, like the first hip hop I really got into, or DJ Shadow, the first like vinyl sampling production I really got into, to Nina Simone, you know, a jazz singer, who to Bob Marley, to Pink Floyd, to Nirvana, to Poets of Rhythm, all, you know. Good music. Good music.
So, and when you see the lineup, like at Melt, have you seen an artist you wanted to hear, maybe? To see?
Yeah, is Trent Muller's on this festival, right? Yeah, I've been dying to see Trent Muller. I am a massive fan.
I can tell you when he will play.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, as soon as I got here, I started doing a couple interviews, so I need to find out.
Yeah.
Hopefully I have not missed his set, because it's an artist that I've tried to see and have not been successful many times. I just missed the show or didn't have time, so hopefully this time.
So you will play later, so what we will see from you?
I mean, you'll see.
What kind of performance will it be?
Yeah, I mean, I play all original music, and it's all it's actually live production, so I'm able to keep it hype and have a cohesiveness, but I can improvise as well. And I don't know what I'm going to do until I get on stage and vibe with the crowd, you know? It's like, I have an idea what my first song might be, and then where it goes from there, who knows, because it's all like a back and forth, you know?
Thank you so much for the interviews. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be at Melt in 2014, baby.
Cool.